When I was 13, my father sat me down and asked, "Do you like scary movies?" For years prior to and post this interaction, my father and I have always shared a love for movies, as he was always kind enough to let me sit with him in the evenings as together we watched some of cinema's greatest hits. When I grew slightly older, maybe 15 or 16, I too contributed to making the decisions about what films we would watch and discuss of an evening, as not only had I matured as a person, but my appreciation for film as a culture in its own right had also matured to an extent that I was actually able to make valuable contributions. None of the films I ever picked, however, would have such a great effect as the one my father was about to show me on that day he asked, "Do you like scary movies?" This question at first confused me, as I thought, "What the hell are you talking about, old man?" I, of course, told him, "Yeah, I like scary movies." He slid a DVD case across the table in front of me. The day I watched The Shining changed my life. Years later, I am still a massive movie fan, and still a fan of scary movies as a whole. One could only imagine my disappointment and disgust at the sight of
Nothing's a toy. Not even the toys.
Kill Me. Kill Me Now. Usually, I start these videos with a plot breakdown that helps to introduce people who haven't seen the movie to its storyline, but also remind people who have seen the movie of its general themes and plot. Today, instead, I feel the need to ask you to think back to any Conjuring movie you have seen in the past, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 10, I don't know how many there have been at this point, because the plot of Conjuring Last Rites is identical to the rest of them. Nothing original, nothing special, zero need for a plot breakdown. Some films are really worth pondering for a while, but there's just something about this lazy, non-horror bag of trash of a movie that makes me want to come on here and just mindlessly rant in a biased and completely unprofessional way. So today, I've decided to do that. It's common among film sequels to reintroduce characters or tropes that were present in previous editions of said franchise. Take Darth Vader from Star Wars, for example. He returns in Empire Strikes Back. Take Iceman in Top Gun. He obviously returns in the new Top Gun Maverick. But to reuse a whole story is just too far. It's the same movie wrapped in shiny new wallpaper, trying to convince you it's doing new big things, like other cool films in the cinema are doing, like your Life of Chucks, even your How to Train Your Dragons, which literally is the same story again, but still it's a worthy watch, still it's interesting. Nothing happens in this movie that doesn't happen in previous Conjuring movies. I'm sorry, I'm gonna die on that hill. Last Rites is your classic Ed and Lorraine Warren visit a family in need who are being haunted by some unseen demonic spirit that's chucking people down the stairs and making them throw up glass, and they of course survive and defeat this demonic antichrist because they have love, friendship, and a fat movie budget, and the need to make more at the box office every single time. Like, guys, just kill them off for once. That would actually be interesting. Oh, you're not going to do that because that's not what happened in real life? Oh, well, spoiler alert, none of it happened in real life. These guys have been more than proven to be nothing but kooks and con men. Can we stop putting based on a true story at the start of these films. They're not. The real case was nothing like this and had virtually nothing to do with Ed and Lorraine. This movie would have been slightly more interesting had they tried new concepts or introduced new scares, but instead they decide to molest you for 2 hours with jump scare after jump scare, the same one over and over and over again. When you finally are able to draw a breath and say, please, please stop, I don't want to see any more, bang, another jump scare hits you. It's like getting whiplash for 2 hours. There's no fear in that. It's like if you're walking down a hallway and from round the corner I go, boo! I'm not a great horror project. I'm just a dick who is trying to shock you. This movie is also filled with your classic characters making stupid decisions, but it's on steroids. I can't explain to you the amount of times characters had to fuck around and find out before deciding, opening that door probably isn't the best idea. I mean, there's literally a moment where one of the characters is like tricked into going to the attic because she hears her mother's voice, realizes it's a trick, comes back down, hears another voice in another room and goes and looks. I mean, what are you doing? How many times do you have to be trolled like this? It leaves you looking at the film and going, I want the demons to win. I actually just want them to win for once. You feel bad for them getting beaten up by these fucking useless nobodies every time. These demons can possess people, lift them up, throw things against walls, grind mirrors along legs and completely destroy them, but no. Ed and Lorraine Warren are going to hold up a Bible, and that's going to be enough. Last Rites is also marketed as the toughest case Ed and Lorraine will ever face, yet I don't see how it's any worse than any of them they've had before. Conjuring 2, the Enfield one, I think, was pretty fucking similar. Things were getting pretty bad. I mean, there were visions of Ed falling onto massive spikes out the window that never came true. There was a demon nun threatening to kill everyone. That sounds worse than what happened here. This was just a big haunted mirror flying around. People threw up a bit of glass. Yeah, that is terrible, but the worst thing we've ever seen? I don't know. We've seen pretty bad shit in other films. But it's just nice to see that to cash in, we are going to put con men on a pedestal. I can't wait for the Pro Epstein movie. Playing the Conjuring Last Rites on repeat is likely what a psychopath would use to torture me in a future dystopian society, as I imagine the effects would be similar to that of a lobotomy. And seeing as I don't usually enjoy my lobotomies, I'm going to give this movie a pathetic 2 out of 10. You see, I liked Patrick Wilson. He's a good actor. He's the reason this isn't a 1 out of 10. But even he is written to be a trembling pudding of nothingness in this film. I just await the sequel. The Conjuring, Dead and Buried, Not Funny, Not Scary, Dog's Dinner. And I hope it hits cinemas near me quick, because I only have about enough patience for one more of these. So I will see you next time, The Conjuring. Take my money, you bastard film.